ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Ourselves a pat on the back.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
This is just what's needed. Oh! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
Unless I'm mistaken, cavern lies yonder.
A thrilling discovery. What say we venture in?
treasure chest! I can hardly wait to open it.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know. You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye? Take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it.
You are carrying far too much, Master. Pray lighten your pack, that you might move nimbly again.
Choppers! Seems there's no escaping them!
Our ice attacks are wasted on the You wish me to return? At once, Master.
You had best rid yourself of that slime with all due haste. I can do no less than service to the Arisen. I like that!
Surely this is a jest. All that effort for so little gain?
Rarely have I felt so empty. Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it? Allow me to lead the way. I should like to put my knowledge to good use.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Strike with the power of lightning!
Come, here we are.
The find of the century, I dare say. This is why I shall never tire of our adventures.
One of us has been doused in slime.
Harding has the same spell and will overwhelm our foe with our combined magics. If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, look how many women we count among our number.
And yet no two of us are the same. We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
Yon chest is in a place not easily accessed.
I can divine no way to reach it. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Let me be the one to collect it.
It is dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Oh, I'm all for swapping stories, but perhaps another night? I can scarce keep my eyes open.
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Why does the old man venture out to sea day after day? What does he seek to prove?
Curious, isn't it?
Mayhap is maundering at last.
we shall all be able to return. I should like for you to see this place as to what...
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
From the last lot that we're not to be trifled with.
If we must, let us finish this quickly.
I am well aware of the particulars. You had best rid yourself of that slime with all due haste.
With this, my magics are yours to wield.
Tis a tendency we might exploit, though to do so would be to cause danger.
One of us has been drenched. I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Campsite just now.
'Tis well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us not.
foe is nigh unstoppable when it is wrath. We must do all we can to prevent it from losing its temper.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. Now, this is a good find.
Perhaps fortune has deigned to aid us at last.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. Did anyone else see that? Aught catches the light.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
But of course, Arisen. You may depend upon me. Oh! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Master, if you're carrying around anything you don't need, there's no time like the present to rid yourself of it.
Let's see. What can we do without? There! Master! Harpy!
Flame is its weakness.
Oh, you poor thing! That slime is repulsive! Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
You've given me much to think about.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. It appears to be destroyed. No matter. 'Tis not the only path we may follow here. This, my magic, comes forth to wield.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only too glad to assist.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust.
I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant and won't heed the Arisen.
Can that really be true? I don't like the sound of it at all.
I suppose I ought mention this as well. The pawns in this party are women all.
And? I've no objection.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Would seem our fight is not yet done.
If we must, let us finish this quickly.
Fear not, 'tis well in hand. Oh, one of us has been doused in slime. There's no debilitation a curative cannot mend.
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
is revolting. I couldn't stand it if for me.
Magic. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Can't say I'm any happier to see this one than the last time. Wouldn't that we had such resources?
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Yon chest lies maddeningly close.
One could almost think this was done to vex us.
Take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it. is no more or less than what one might have expected.
We'll find a use for it, surely.
Strike with the power of lightning!
You're not fit to impress it.
How do you like that? Not waste this chance. Press my more advantage. I shall lead the charge!
Yes, you're all here.
This brute has quite the temper.
A reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
It is easily done.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy. Saurians!
Our foe abhors the cold. We'll want to use ice against it.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
My magics are at your disposal. Yes, Master? You require assistance?
That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
Feast your eyes on this!
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Haven't you a lantern arisen?
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat? Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up. Naught save a shooting star could heighten the sky's majesty this night.
'Tis as you say.
If we're to break it, it shan't be from this side.
So it goes.
I heard a rumour that this land was once a kingdom.
If memory serves, there is another place we were to visit not far from here.
Shall we head there now? Would save us having to make the trip again.
Oi there, friend. Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melve again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melve. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case it encounters any monster, so anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour, and will come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
This needs to be delivered. Shall we see it done? Oh, there's something written here.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Good day, sir. Wish I could go on an adventure.
Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Anything?
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the... roads, despite the hour. Much obliged.
At last! I thought we'd never find one.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell...
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed? Chance. Do come again.
Well met, sir.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
After you, Arisen.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the Sovereign, that is, the False Arisen, could convalesce in the palace. But the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
Off we go then.
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as the true Arisen. Do not forget that we work to serve the...
Interested in my wares?
The port crystal is set, but we'll have need of a ferry stone should we seek to make use of it.
Look, as long as you please.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged.
Might as well take a look while you're here.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Might as well take a look while you're here.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Hail, friend. How fare you? 'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this milestone in elven archery than you. Ah, but the path to the arbor is not easily found or followed. 'Twould be best I escorted you. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side. Come find me when you are ready to make for the sacred arbor, the village of my people.
Fancy a look at my wares? 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 Well met, son. How might I be of service? Fancy a look at my wares? Well met, son. How might I be of service? What to do? Well met, son. How might I be of service? Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? Well met, son. How might I be of service? Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? A tad rowdy, but a sharp way. Well met, son. How might I be of service? Time to be. Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares?
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
After you, Arisen. Our
fortunes are looking up. All the more so if we sell this newfound prize.
Deeper pockets make for shallower troubles, they say.
While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we...
Would you do me the honor of attending my There is a long bridge near the ruins where I...
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
After you, Arisen.
Oh! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
The thrill of discovery never gets old.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Fascinating.
Quite. Though no definitive records remain.
What do you think? Does this suit me? You're always such fun to talk to.
I'm a tad busy at the moment.
I can't wait to see what the day holds.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Living's hard. But dreams are free, I say.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Fancy a look at my wares?
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
I'm not taking any passengers just now, sir.
You like to run into some monsters on the way? Seems nowhere's truly safe nowadays. Should the cart be assailed, 'twill be your job to drive the beasts off.
In every age, when the Arisen fell hence, pawns are treated with respect, as a matter of course here in Vermont. For the...
Beg pardon, sir. I mustn't be distracted. Not good.
You're the Arisen, aye? There's aught I'd ask of you. A personage of great esteem is to return from Batal to Vermont. I speak of Sir Augustin. He is a noble and the leading voice of opposition against the Queen Regent. Your aid is requested in guarding his ox cart as it travels the high road. As a potential ally to your cause, 'twould do you no favors if he were to come to harm. I trust he will cooperate. And bear in mind that this is a matter of the utmost secrecy. Not even the captain of the guard has been informed of it. You have your orders. Read them and follow them to the letter.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed.
not trained for this.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet.
Some of us half as many lives.
Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk. Welcome, good sir. My services lie in the styling of hair and the painting of faces. Should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self.
The people here are evacuated and safe. For the moment.
The people here are evacuated and safe. For the moment. There are more who can yet be saved. The people here are evacuated. There are more who can yet be saved. It seems the rain has abated.
The people here are evacuated and safe. For the moment.
Why, sir, you look exquisite. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
When does my watch end times? I suppose I ought to check the wheels.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. I say we collect as much as we can carry.
We've arrived.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. 'Twas stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. 'Tis no exaggeration. He's had people killed afore, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Now it's gone. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir? Oh, pray do a poor man a kindness.
The Jadeite Orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray tell, have you seen the lad?
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the poor lad's aid, who will? Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson. If you return him to me, I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
I say we speak with anyone and everyone who springs to mind. You never know what sort of useful...
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep, but no longer. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this their nightly battleground. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure...
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell is you travel quite a bit. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Offul? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste. And in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service.
It seems this Jadeite orb is in high demand. 2 people have asked us to find it now, but only one of them can have it. The right to decide is yours alone, Master.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Being so alert all day long. Tisn't my way to gossip with the citizenry.
I've little enough gold to spend this.
Well then, son, how might I be of work?
Whatever am I to do?
It's just another way to save your own.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 't weren't so far away. 'Tis all rather sudden, but I suppose we've no reason to refuse. Shall we make for the point of departure? I can guide you there if you wish. The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Need healing? I'm happy to oblige. Hold on. Stay right there. You'll never reach our destination. If you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later. Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
About time you showed up. We've been waiting for you. Our mission is simple. Sir Augustin will board the ox cart. We must safeguard it from would-be assailants till it reaches its destination. See to it that none approach. The Queen Regent's supporters will come for Sir Augustin's head. Of this, we can be certain. A quiet day is a welcome one. Come along now. What was that sound? Who's there?
Hold a moment. I'll be handling Augustin's escort from here.
Foul brigand! We shan't allow Sir Augustin to fall prey to the likes of you!
There's no need for theatrics. I know your aim here. Ah, here's a surprise. We met at the tavern, remember? Fair warning, cuz this craven isn't worthy of your trust.
He speaks madness! Subdue him at once, ere he injures our noble charge!
Why, if 'tisn't Sir Bragnall from the tavern. Now, two parties ask our aid, but which is the more deserving? The right to decide is yours alone, Master.
Have you lost all?
You believe me, then? That's a bit of a relief, actually. Thanks, cuz.
With this, my magics are yours to wield!
Curse you! All that planning and... for what?
Phew! I appreciate the confidence, cuz 'twas a welcome surprise. But I can't linger here, I'm afraid. My apologies for this. Follow after me, if you can. Succeed, and I'll share the truth of all of this.
The right to decide is yours alone, Master. Consider me your bulwark. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. It is always daunting to venture into the unknown. Surely naught is beyond our combined experience. A lantern would serve us well here. That's better. I don't much like the dark. I am in your debt.
We meet again. Hoy there. I take it you lost your footing as well? You seem to have fared better than I did. I took the fall for Augustine, only to find myself waist-deep in monsters. Still, so long as he escaped, I'd wagered that makes this a job well done. Speaking of, I was to tell you the truth behind all of this, wasn't I? I'll be glad to oblige you, of course, but we ought to get moving first. What say I explain while we search for an exit? Time to get to work. Not bad. From what I've seen of your skills during that mess in the tavern and today's business, I can say you're really something. And my word ought to carry a fair bit of weight, considering my reputation as a warrior of unparalleled skill. Though of late, I've mostly been playing escort to spineless nobles. Turns out, as a sellsword proves himself, the list of those who can afford his services grows shorter and comes to be written in finer ink. Makes for a duller life, though I can't say I've any complaints about the weight of my pockets. Still, I hunger for a real battlefield, where a single misstep spells death. I crave the simplicity of it. There's naught else like it. The clashing of bodies and wills. I'd not say no to a fight with you. Let's have at it when I'm all healed up, eh? Mayhap, I'll not give you a choice in the matter. I'm not sure what's brought me here. I suppose I'll have a few drinks and hit the hay. That escort mission was a trap concocted entirely for your benefit, you know. It was supposed to give those responsible a means to incriminate you. But Augustine is no fool. He had his doubts about his summons to Vermin, and hired me to watch over him in an unofficial capacity. So I looked into the cart that would be escorting him, And lo and behold, I found your name. But 'twasn't on the list of hired guards, oh no. Rather, your name was on the list of persons to be on guard for. In short, you had been called in to act the part of the culprit. Mark my words, if you'd carried on with them, Augustin would have been slain, and you would have been held responsible. You'd not have stood a chance against all that if it hadn't been for me. Aye, methinks I've earned my pay this time, and then some. I protected my charge and got you away from the scene without your being branded a murderer and thrown in jail. Now all that remains is to escape this place. I expect we'll find a way out soon enough, if we only press on. Still, I've got to wonder where this craven plot came from, and what you did to warrant it. One thing's for certain, you must have powerful enemies in Vermin. But why? 'Tis not as though you're the Arisen true. What? You are the Arisen. 'Tis a small world indeed. You've piqued my interest even further, cuz I've no business here. Best I hit the road. Right, let's press on. Judging from the flow of air here, the exit can't be far. Well, this is a right awful place to be cut short. At least you made it out all right. Don't worry, cuz. I'll be fine on my own. After all, I can't afford to die here. We haven't had ourselves a real bout yet. We'll see each other again. You can count on that. And when we do, you'd best be ready for the fight of your life.
Reunited at last, Master. I do hope you encountered no trouble in the cave. That's that, then. I shall guide us to our nearest destination. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It is not far from here.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ear.
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
If you don't mind, sir, I've my duty.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve. I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off as the hills roll by.
What brings you here?
In every age, when the Arisen fells the dragon and saves the land.
This ox cart's bound for me. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
This ladder...
We're done for.
display of skill.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
My bed goods.
As you can see, we're rebuilding. A task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A basque of saurians has made their nest outside the village, though they're yet to cause any... I'd like to enlist your aid, and I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurian...
Saurian...
Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It is a fair way you've come, then. My thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
Shall we report back now?
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side.
Wonder if there's any easy work.
Flattering all day. It's tiring work.
All this worry.
I'll learn the way.
No tidies are best.
There's no easy thing.
I shall protect this place till my dying breath. Might that be a Wakestone shard? Oh, how lucky we are to have stumbled across one. We must take care not to throw it away by mistake. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. I say we collect as much as we can carry. At last! I thought we'd never find one.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. And before I forget, look how many women we found among...
Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
These writings could be of import.
I've a selection of wares. That's sure to please. Hope to see you again.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
Can't work as late as I used to anymore.
If I might be so bold... as to speak... my mind? Different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
More than my life's worth, yes.
That Lady Margaret. Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on it. You must make sure your aim is true. Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and you're...
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only, do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master.
No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off?
I cannot help but ache for a scrap. Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again. Such moments make me proud to...
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
All done then? Huzzah! You've done it! We have achieved our objective. That was over in a trice. Where to next?
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Suppose there are worse ways to go.
You feared?
Ye should be.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early gripping gets the worm.
Is this some sort of Jake?